anyone that was young at the time the movie The Karate Kid came out remembers how epic it was. Every single kid quoted it, everybody took karate lessons, everybody idolized everybody in that movie. So I went to school I grew up in a suburb outside of LA, so everybody had a connection with someone who was famous. So our principal of our elementary school, her son was really good friends with the guy in the movie who played the bully. He was the one that, like, the main struggle in the movie was, between the hero, the Karate Kid, and this awful mean bully. So since everybody was so in love with that movie, and she clearly saw it everywhere, she invited him to come and talk to the kids just to kind of give us a fun time. So I went to a Lutheran school, so we had chapel every Wednesday. So she invited him to come talk to us during chapel one morning. So I'm in kindergarten at the time, and he comes to chapel, gets up on the little stage, sits on a stool, and starts doing a Q&A with the kids. And they're just asking him a whole bunch of silly, inane questions. And this one little boy says, "Will you show us some moves you learned?" And he's kind of taken aback. He's like, "Oh, okay." So he stands up, and keep in mind that this is the 80s, so he's wearing quite tight pants. Okay. So he starts going, "Here, here," and even as a kindergartner, I'm embarrassed by this display, but everyone else is loving it. So he's like, "Here, here," and then comes the big one. He goes, "Here," and you hear this. He totally splits his pants, and at that moment, every single kid, this is a K through 6 school, so there's about 150 kids there, every single kid goes, "Ah!" and they're just laughing so loud, because, the one thing that every kid finds funny is an adult humiliating themselves. So he kind of slinks back to his stool and sits down red-faced, and he had to wait while Miss Hoover, the PE teacher, had to go run and get him a spare pair of pants, from whom I don't know, and he kind of took them and backed up into the pastor's area and changed his pants, and he never came out. So throughout the years after this, me and my sister was 2 years ahead of me, so we both witnessed this. Throughout the years, we kind of had this soft spot for him, and we'd see him around, like he would film a TV movie at my high school, and I'd see him and be like, "Hee hee hee." And so we just thought of him every so often. And in college, I went to school in LA as well, and when I was 22, so my senior year, one of my roommates was doing a PR internship where they were putting on a big fundraiser and they needed some extra help. So a few of us said, "Oh yeah, we'll come help you." And so all we had to do was set up the fundraiser, and then we could just mingle and talk to people. So we did our thing and got all dressed up and started mingling around the party. And I see a couple of my friends talking to a couple guys, so I approach them and join the conversation. And I'm looking at them. Oh, by the way, the guy's real name is Billy, okay, and that's important. So I see one of the guys that they're talking to. I'm like, "Wow, that guy really looks like Billy." But he introduced himself to me, and it was something really far from Billy. It wasn't Bill, it wasn't William, it was like Sven or something like that. So I'm like, okay, that guy kind of looks like Billy, but it's not him. And we're talking, and I'm staring at him like, wow, it really looks like him, but it's been a long time, whatever. And so one of the guys says, not Billy, but his friend says, "Oh, let's go over and get some drinks." So we all just kind of start moving over, and I'm talking to Sven's friend, and he turns around and he goes, "Oh, hey, Bill." And I was like, oh! I whirled around. I said, "I knew it! I knew that was you! I saw you split your pants 15 years ago!" And his face just completely lost all color. He's like, "Oh my God." He's like, you know how you sit around a campfire and everyone tells their most embarrassing stories? Like, that's always been mine. So he was never my idol before, but now he kind of was, because now not only has he split his pants in front of 150 kids, but has been face down by a girl who saw him split his pants 15 years before and brought back all that personal pain and shame. And that was it.